Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. Well, thank you, David. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historic.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Asman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. Here is Love after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Cleveland moving the ball around. And stolen by Horford. And now the 76ers on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Osman. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
They retain possession. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
For 3. Good on the three-point shot. Osman's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Harris finds Horford. Down low, Milton. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Really as good as any passing big that we have in the NBA. Horford is a guy who can run an offense as a big.
Pass to Osman. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. No good on the shot. Richardson attacking. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
He's got to pay better attention to Richardson. One of the better shooters on the roster. This time he gets it done from the mid-range.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended. Was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
And stolen by Drummond. Here's Sexton. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The 76ers trail by 3. Again, Philadelphia.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Love. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harris outside. Horford the pass to Embiid. Back to Horford. Good D by Love.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Here's Embiid. Finished off the break. Embiid's got 8.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Sexton kicks to Love. Goes up on the wing. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
56 seconds left to play in the first. Out left to the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with the broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Here's Windler, and it goes down 2 points. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Scott dishes to Embiid. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with the loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
On deep. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. Al Horford was born
coming from the place where,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive. That edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Bucket is good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. And for the Cavs, their number one goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Well, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Robinson comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Burks in for Raul Neto.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brent, with offensive rebounding, which players can you count on to create second-chance opportunities every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
Here's Thibault, guarded by Porter. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Windler's shot is off.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
To the paint. Shoots it up. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. They grab their own miss. Robinson misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Embiid with the steal. Here's Thibault. It's good. This game is all even.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And Thompson kicks to Porter. Nance. It's good on the putback.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out-hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
The pass to Scott. Now Robinson, covered by Nance. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Scott. Robinson's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Here's Drummond. That shot missing. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Harris finds Burks. Back to Harris. It's stolen. Now here's Sexton. Richardson covering. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Here's Harris, and it's sent back by Drummond, and he gets it back. Goes back up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
And stolen by Drummond. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that one's good. Osman's got his 3rd basket of the night. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Harris from the left block. He sends it through.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And it's Osman missing.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Richardson gets a wide open. And he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did that.
Wow, what a way to fit.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Hey.
Don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. Big forward pair. Harris the 3, and Horford the 4. And there's Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Milton in at the 1.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
To the left wing. Sexton the pass to Garland. Back to Sexton. And stolen by Richardson. Over to the left wing. Embiid dishes to Horford. Inside. And Embiid the bucket on the assist by Horford. Embiid's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers. And Drummond kicks to Sexton. Passes it to Osman. Sexton with it. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Pass to Harris. Here's Milton. To the inside. And the dunk by Embiid.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Horford trying to free himself up. And Embiid with the block.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Harris, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 7.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Here's Embiid. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Garland, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Horford finds Neto. Left side, Scott. Neto with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 8.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
In the corner, Nance with it. Shoots over Scott. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nance against Scott. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Now that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Pass to Horford. Neto kicks to Korkmaz. Here's Scott, and Thompson sends it back. Garland the pass to Sexton. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. Thibault can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 6.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play. The defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Sexton kicks to Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around. Windler the pass to Sexton. It's tipped. And the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Neto. Scott the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Neto. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Nance and Thompson are up front. Colin Sexton is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Offensive rebound, Robinson. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
The rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first-team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Harris comes in for Robinson. And it's Burks in for Raul Neto. Swiped away. It's stolen by Nance. Passes it to Windler. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Sexton.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range, and Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Drummond comes in for Thompson. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Nance. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Love. Porter finds Sexton. Embiid with the steal. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
And they pick up 2. 8 points for Andre Drummond.
And Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
The 76ers leading. Here's Milton. Inside and stolen by Love. Here's Windler. Got a piece of it. And now the 76ers on the break. Milton's shot is good.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. So both teams making some changes here. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Richardson outside. There's the dish to Harris. Pass to Milton. Now Embiid. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Pass to Horford. Kicks it to Embiid. There's 1:26 left in the game. And it's good. 2 points. And now a 7-point 76ers lead.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, a level of engagement that Horford brings on the defensive end every night is impressive. Terrific block there. Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big hoop there.
Embiid finds Horford. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Horford's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, the game is tight. It really helps having a player like Horford who rises to the occasion of leading a late-game charge.
Back to Richardson. The pass to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Back to Richardson. Dishes to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. That shot off, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
So he gets them both. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here's Milton. He kicks to Harris. Pass to Milton. Richardson outside. Pass to Milton. Pocket 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. Kevin Love is clutch, and boy, did the team.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in.
The sun shining brightly on, and which he's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the 76ers, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Milton in at the point. Pass to Butler. A lot of different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it.
Here's Adebayo after the Sixers pick up 2. And he bangs it home with one hand.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now, here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Now, look, it's never easy to stop Horford. I mean, mainly because he's so strong and able to shrug off the D.
Robinson passes to Jones. Knocked loose. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. That one doesn't go.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Here's Harris. Passes to Embiid. Horford against Jones. Richardson kicks to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Horford, no luck.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Adebayo passes to Robinson. Butler goes in. Yep, that one goes. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's just who Butler is. An opportunistic scorer who pounces on any available lane he sees.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Here's Nunn after the made shot from Joel Embiid. From 12 feet out. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here is Harris. A 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Horford finds Embiid. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Harris outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. Feeds it to Horford. That shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. It's hauled in by the 76ers. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Here's Harris. And the basket is good.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Richardson against Robinson. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Nunn. The kick outside to Butler. Clock is at 3. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Richardson. Pass to Thibault. Here's Embiid. Lays it up off the glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Miami trailing. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Dragic. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, I love that aggressiveness from Olenek. I mean, he can create his own offense. I mean, we all know that, but that time with a little cleanup work.
Neto gets to Embiid. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the Hakeem Olajuwon comparisons, they're somewhat legitimate. I mean, Embiid's skill set and size is something you don't see very often.
Here's Neto. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. Live from Philly. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game a lot.
It never occurred to me that I'd be...
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Olenek, Jay Crowder out there with Iguodala. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in at the shooting guard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goals. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Crowder finds Olenek. Fires from deep. Scott pulls it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And so here is Miami after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Hero. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
And you love the veteran footwork. I mean, Iguodala off the drive.
Down low. Neto with the bucket. Neto's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. It's good.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here's Neto following the score by Miami. Embiid, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Iguodala, the pass to Olenek. Dragic kicks to Iguodala. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And getting a quick head of steam. Iguodala beats the defense to the punch.
The pass to Thybulle. Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Iguodala. Scott inside. He's against Crowder. Shot clock at 5. Scott the pass to Neto. And he's way off from outside.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Now here's Crowder. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. 14 feet away. A putback out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And taking a look now at the stats for Embiid. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Putting up 26 points per, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering. Yeah, Kevin, and early in his career, Al Horford shoehorned into the center position. A power forward in college, that was his preference. But as you know, the game has changed, and now he's the perfect modern-day center.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layup.
And slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to forget about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
Good. And the Heat lead by 4.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Back to Horford. He feeds it to Harris. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
There's the 3. That shot off the mark. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 in their longest homestand of the year. Robinson, that's good.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford look so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Here's Butler. Count it. Butler's got 6 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Back to Horford. Good if it goes. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring company. And that'll do it for...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point. Now here is Robinson. Following the miss by Al Horford. Here's Nunn with the tip. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 3.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Harris finds Horford. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 6 points for Horford. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rampus just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play. If anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Lakers days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tacky flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
Pass to Milton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Milton's got 6 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Passes it to Nunn. Butler feeling it out a bit. Hands it from downtown. 11 points in the game.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead. Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
So both teams changing it up here. The dish to Horford. And the rejection by Iguodala.
And the ability to go vertical, I mean, Iguodala's a sneaky shot block.
Hero. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Pass to Milton. Here's Harris. And yes, it's good.
I like when Harris attacks in the paint. He's got the size and length to make that work.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Here's Crowder. That's tipped. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Can't nail the jumper.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
A nice shot by Harris.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the pass to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Harris against Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. To the paint. Horford kicks to Korkmaz. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Hero. Outside Dragic. Outside Crowder. Here's Hero. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper? And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. They've got Iguodala. Dragic is out there with Hero. Then there's Myers-Leonard. And it's Silva in at the 4 spot.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
To the middle and stolen by Horford. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah. You just want to keep fighting, do your best, and you live with the results.
Here's Hero. 6 to shoot. Tries again. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Left side Harris. Pass to Thibault. Kicks it to Burks. Harris outside. He dishes it to Horford. Back to Harris. Pass to Burks. Here's Thibault. Here's Horford. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Yep, that one goes in there.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's Burks. And it goes out of bounds. Went off Dragic. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
For Miami, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
It's Dragic with the drive that gives them the lead.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Now, here's Burks. It's stolen, out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Both teams will make substitutions. The 76ers trail. Richardson finds Horford. And here's Embiid. He's covered by Leonard. Embiid, no good. Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Nunn. Burks covering. Elbow shot is on the way. Not going to go that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Horford the pass to Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Robinson against Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Butler has been in these spots before. I mean, he's comfortable having the ball when it matters most.
Richardson with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of the game.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Butler passes to Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Oh, yeah, they're expanding a ton of focus and energy at the offensive end. But at the defensive end, it is just the opposite.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the 76ers with some changes. Harris is checked in for Robinson, and it's Shake Milton in for Burks. Jones checked in for Miami. 1:12 left in the fourth. Robinson passes to Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Butler finds Jones. It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch. Bonafide star in this league. Embiid knows his teammates look to him to deliver in the clutch.
Harris against Butler. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Offensive rebound, Heat. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. Back to Adebayo. It's in!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
A shot by Milton, no good. Good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But GA, this is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Hits the three-point bomb. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for...
Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and thanks for joining us. A Noche Payday. Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the PA. Thanks. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard. And for Miami, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the one. Up again. And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Robinson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Shot from 12. Nunn can't get it to fall.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Shot clock at 3. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Drummond dishes to Sexton. Osman, the pass to Garland. Back to Osman. And it's Love, top of the key. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, they've got Kevin Love in catch-and-shoot situations. Turn the lights out. He's that good.
Inside and stolen by Love. Sexton with it. Robinson on him. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. For the three. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Drummond. That's in there. Love with the assist. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that kind of assist will make you very popular with your teammates. Kevin Love is adept as a big man at putting it on time and on target.
Now, here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
Passes it to Nunn. Over Love. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season. We'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And checking out Cleveland, right now, quite a ways down below.
I think for the Heat, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, there really was no way you could have predicted they'd have this kind of season. The only people that aren't surprised are the players and the coaches themselves.
And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
And let's check out stats for Jimmy Butler. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular, averaging about 18 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense
coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. And no good. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Hero passes to Adebayo. Here's Hero. On the wing, Jones. Over Porter. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his second basket of the game. And so, Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at the true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Shots good by Hero.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Porter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Thompson against Adebayo. Now the pass to Hero. Heat moving the ball around. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Thompson from long range. And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Myers Leonard is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Iguodala in at the 2 guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Heat trail by 6. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. Dragic looking for an opening. Pass to Crowder from 12 feet out. Leonard dishes to Olynyk. Over Nance. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need Doris the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Drummond comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Larry Nance. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. Gets the ball up the court immediately, and that pass to find the man cutting to the bucket couldn't have been timed any better.
And Miami has possession following the score by Cleveland. The dish now to Crowder. He feeds it to Olynyk. Crowder kicks to Dragic. Passes it to Iguodala. To the inside. Launches it. The Heat rebound. Outside Crowder. There's the pass to Dragic. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the basket by Olynyk.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And finished off by Porter.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Sexton's checked in. Here is Love. 17 points for him last game against Chicago.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Clock at 4. Pass to Osman. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Osman's got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the dunk by Olynyk.
Well, at 7 feet, Kelly Olynyk doesn't have to go far for the flush.
Here's Drummond, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Free throw, no good for Drummond.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Windler, the pass to Sexton. Three-pointer. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. The Heat trail by 11. To the wing on the left. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. Jimmy Butler comes in for Robinson. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Stolen by Thompson. The drive by Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Well, we are talking about a big-time athlete. Larry Nance shows the burst off the bounce. Wow.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Butler sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Hero.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And Miami has possession. Here's none. And so we conclude the first half. Cavaliers ahead, up 11. And now, okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. They went to work early at both ends of the floor. And that does it for our.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Andre Drummond with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Pass to Adebayo. They double him with Drummond. Feeds it to Jones. Makes it off the glass. Jones has got 6. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his 3-point, and then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Bangs home the trifecta. Garland's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Heat trail by 9. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Adebayo against Drummond. Butler kicks to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Osman. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
For 3, Love. And Jones pulls it down. And it's Jones with the ball for Miami. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Osman. Power down with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Butler with the ball. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Robinson kicks to Butler. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 9.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Passes to Nunn. Good ball movement here by Miami. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Olynyk in the corner. From deep 3-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Olynyk's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Thompson. The tray. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Heat trail by 3. And they double up Butler. Nance against Dragic. Got a piece of it. Outside Crowder. Shot clock at 6. And Dragic with the basket on the assist from Crowder.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Outside Dragic. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Outside, Dragic. Butler from outside. Thompson with the rebound. And here they come. All going up court. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 6 points for Larry Nance.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And so it's Cleveland, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And here is Garland. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. That free throw good from Nance.
What a story Larry Nance Jr. is, guys, because at 16, this is a young man who was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Remarkably, it didn't slow him down. This guy has become a great role model for kids everywhere. Control the disease with a very strict diet. That's what he's done.
Here's Silva. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
The Heat trail by 8. Outside, Dragic. Down low, here's Crowder. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
I'll tell you, great job by Crowder to free himself up, an aggressive interior scorer.
On the wing, Thompson. There's Garland. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
Thompson, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Garland with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Dragic the pass to Silva. Back to Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Garland. Here's Nance. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself.
You simply cannot sleep on Crowder in transition. He's a speedy forward who will run the floor for easy opportunities.
Nance outside. High post try. The offensive rebound. Garland up top. Nance. Here's Windler. Off target from three-point range.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Dragic with a wide open look. The pass to Hero. Back to Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Clock at 6. Outside, Crowder goes up again. It's good.
This is a real strength with Jay Crowder's game. Give him these looks, and he will knock them down.
And Thompson kicks to Nance. Here's Windler. Sinks the three-pointer. Windler's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Inside. Shot on the wing. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Garland. And the Cavaliers lead by 11. And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. Hero passes to Dragic. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Up and in on the layup.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Garland. Thompson dishes to Sexton. Thompson outside. Pass to Windler. Now here's Nance. Garland with it. Defended by Crowder. Pass to Garland. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
For 3, Olynyk. No good on that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Dellavedova. Back to Exum. Kicks to Garland. And here's Bell. Dishes it to Dellavedova. From deep. Nunn grabs the board. Silva, the pass to Olynyk. To the inside. Iguodala outside. Takes the 3. And the miss.
Dante Exum has got great length, so he's terrific at altering shots in the face.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the...
NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic. Well, they certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Asman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center filling out the middle. And for Philadelphia, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 5. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt, with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Here's Sexton following the basket by Al Horford. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. There's Garland. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Harris, right side, and stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman, guarded by Harris, and it's Osman missing.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
It's deflected.
You know, having a point guard who can block shots is a luxury. Sexton with terrific timing and reach on that one.
And that one's good. Osman.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Garland with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Passes it to Milton. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Out to Harris. 4 on the clock. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Now, here's Garland. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Yep, it counts. Garland's got his second bucket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Boy, Joel Embiid with the throwdown. Athletic, 7 feet tall, one of the best dunkers in the league.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. Feeds to Horford. Now the pass to Milton. Harris with it. From downtown, they get it again. 2 points. That one goes.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
The open look here for Sexton. And And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Scott, and the layup falls.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Thompson.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm. Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love and finished off by Porter.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Over Thompson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks of...
Not knowing English, obviously I do.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Robinson from down in the low post. It goes. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, and the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those three guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
Count that bucket. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Detroit Pistons. And Nance kicks to Thompson. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thibault, the pass to Neto. Here's Thibault. Defended by Sexton. Back to Neto. Here's Thibault. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Jacks up a 3. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Cleveland. Robinson passes to Scott. He feeds it to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Nance can't cash in from close range. The 76ers trail by 4. Porter with the steal. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
And looking at Nance, not a big-time scorer in the half-court set, so the best way to get him involved offensively is to get him out in space.
Outside for Robinson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Thibault. Shot clock at 6. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Sexton finds Porter. Embiid with the steal. Thibault, the pass to Scott. And he banks in the layup. And now just a 2-point Cavalier lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Sexton dishes to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And getting better at distributing in the pick and roll. Sexton wants to evolve more as a passer.
To the paint. Here's Scott. And the layup's good off the glass. Scott's got 8.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And it's denied.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And finished off by Porter.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Down low, it's stolen by Nance. And Porter, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 6-point Cavalier lead. Here's Scott. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Colin Sexton having an outstanding game. He had 12 points, 5 assists. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point guard. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. A 3-ball. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Drummond. And that's 15 points for Colin Sexton. The 76ers trail by 11. Richardson attacking. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the toughest matchups in the game without question. Embiid is excellent at staying aggressive when he's hot.
With the second effort. And the layup is up and in. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Sexton with it. He's got 15. Here's Drummond, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those are things that I did pretty well.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Al Richardson, the scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Love.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Richardson. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Porter's checked in. The 76ers with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Off on the layup. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years, Clark, of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steal us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
That one falls. Drummond's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Pass to Horford. Back to Harris. In the air. Second shot opportunity. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
It's hauled in by Thibault. The 76ers trail by 5. To the inside. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Porter. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. It's good. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Passes it to Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
Here's Harris. Buries it down low.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Nance. Here's Drummond. Another shot. Horford with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And there it is for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Kep. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They get it back. Here's Thompson, and he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Horford banked in off the glass. Horford's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
A pass to Windler. Outside Porter. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the 76ers. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Sexton's checked in. On the way, Harris. To the middle. Here's Horford. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 16 points for Horford.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Windler with the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Puts it up from 15. They get it back. Thompson. From deep. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Pulls it up. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Now the 76ers on the break. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Richardson, good. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
It's Richardson on the wing over Sexton. Richardson, no luck.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Garland, great positioning on the putback. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
A nice shot by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, a large frame and nimble feet and great strength allow Embiid to be bully balling guys down low.
Here's Love. Dishes to Drummond. You can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Horford. Back to Harris. Pass to Embiid. There's the feed to Richardson. Misses in close. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Sexton finds Drummond. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Horford the pass to Richardson. Out to Harris. Now here's Sexton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the nature of the beast, Sexton is just constantly in attack mode, looking to make a play.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Here's Embiid.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what John Beilein said to his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing. But it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it. Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with this much time, they should be able to drop a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Here's Embiid. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the 76ers, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Harris, and it's Thibault in at the 2 spot. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Drummond working against Embiid. Doesn't go for him. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Lets it go from deep. And a Drossman missing. The 76ers lead. Here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
That's a big-time bucket from Harris. I mean, so cool, confident, and composed in these big moments. He's made for him.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. As we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Now, here's Garland. He's tightly guarded. Here's Drummond.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the 76ers call time here. They lead by 2. 1:44 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And both free throws good for Drummond.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
The pass to Embiid. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. There's Garland. Kept alive. Pass to Drummond. Out to the wing. Cleveland moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. There's Garland. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
It's picked off. Now Cleveland moving it up. And here they go. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Love. And now 24 points for Colin Sexton. The 76ers trail. Here's Milton. And stolen by Drummond. Some solid defense from Harris.
You don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Thibault can't get it to go. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Garland kicks to Osman. Garland, the pass to Love. Here's Drummond. Shoots over Embiid. And the shot is long.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Love. It falls!
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
Embiid. Oh, off target. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. He is all right, David. Thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play.
And the 76ers showing off their style. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Miami, advantage in one series. And of course, there's the 76ers. They find themselves in 6th place.
And you know, for the Heat, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yet here they are, and at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point. And for Miami, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. Heroes checked in for the Heat.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Inside, and the dunk by Horford.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 24 points. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Clock at 4. Here's Embiid. That 3 off the mark. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The finish, and a dunk by Horford.
And that's how you start the fast break. Josh Richardson forcing the turnover. He did that in college, and he's doing it now.
Hero. The shot comes out, and Philadelphia the other way now.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Richardson kicks to Harris. And there's the pass to Richardson. Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Hero. And Jones slams it in.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Now here's Embiid. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Over Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. Not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
Iguodala, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the inside. Now the 76ers on the break. On up the court. Robinson dishes to Scott. Embiid, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Olenek the pass to Leonard. Robinson down low. He's against Crowder. And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
A chance now to see the numbers for Olenek, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's putting up 9 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Dragic left side, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. And this game is tied up now.
How about the tempo Dragic plays with? Constantly working for a good shot.
The dish to Iguodala. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Scott, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder for Philadelphia. They have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Robinson, and Alec Burks subbed in for Raul Neto. Now here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out left to the wing. To the paint. Crowder with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Silva. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Burks finds Scott. Here's Korkmaz. That will count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disrupted.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Embiid. And it's Thibault in at the two-guard spot. Here's Robinson. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Nice D from Scott.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Now Burks. After the missed three from Goran Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Burks, the pass to Scott. Here's Thibault. No good with the triple. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Heat getting the bucket. Korkmaz kicks to Embiid, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk. We go now to the 2K leaderboard to find out who the top three-point shooters have been since the All-Star break. Kelly Olynyk on top.
And instead of wearing down as the season's progressed, his legs really seem to have gotten stronger, and so has his three-point shooting.
Burks against Dragic. This one for three.
You see the hard-working nature of Goran Dragic, staying with his man and affecting his shot.
A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk, and it's Jimmy Butler in for Jay Crowder. Outside Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. Passes it to Harris. Richardson kicks to Harris. Back to Richardson. Horford dishes to Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Richardson's got the lead up to 2 now for Philadelphia. The Heat have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And Josh Richardson, a 3-and-D type player, recommitted himself last year, Smitty, to defense.
Kevin, he felt like he wasn't being impactful on the defensive end and vowed to amend that. He can be a nuisance with that reach, and he's put in that extra work to solidify his defensive presence.
So here's Burks after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Pass to Robinson. Fires, high post. Burks pulls it in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Burks. The pass to Korkmaz. Horford kicks to Korkmaz. Passes it to Burks. It's stolen by Dragic. And they're on the break. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. They get a hand on it. 55 seconds left here in the second. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. They now take the lead. Dragic has got 6.
The open court is where Dragic does a lot of damage. Exceptional speed.
Pass to Korkmaz. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Horford trying to free himself up. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got it all tied up now for Philadelphia. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Silva, the pass to Adebayo. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Dragic. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Robinson. Harris, right side. Right side Robinson. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held at 2 points. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Goran Dragic.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Richardson. Stolen. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by Harris. And for the 76ers, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Here's Milton. Finished off the break.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Miami trailing. Right side Jones. Miami no good on that time either.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Harris finds Horford. And here's Richardson. Here's Embiid. Here's Horford. Up again. It's good on the putback. Richardson's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Horford following the three by Miami. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision, but I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. The offensive rebound. And another shot. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Milton. Back to Richardson. 6 to shoot. Jake Crowder's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Robinson. And so here is Philadelphia. 76ers moving the ball around. Thibault can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Shot's good by Hero.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The 76ers trail by 3. Knocks it loose. In transition, here comes Miami. That one good for 2. Nunn's got his first basket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Embiid. To end the run. Tips it up, and it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Over to the wing. Jones, the pass to Hero. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 5.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Harris against Crowder. Hero, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 7-point Miami lead.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Horford finds Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Leonard comes in for Jones. And it's Iguodala in for Jay Crowder. Robinson's checked in for Philadelphia. Raul Neto comes in for Shake Milton. Here's Robinson and the rejection by Iguodala.
And Iggy demonstrating his trademark defense yet again. Just a sensational shot blocker.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford. Miami shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Iguodala.
The charity stripe is far from the strongest part of Iggy's game, but he will hit him in crunch time.
He doesn't get the second one.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And that one's good. Thibault.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here is Iguodala outside Dragic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Heat lead by 4. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others. It's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the 76ers. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then it's Robinson. And it's Neto in at the point guard position. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Robinson.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Hero, guarded by Robinson. Hero, no good. Philadelphia shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Richardson attacking.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Leonard dishes to Iguodala. Outside Dragic. Pulls up on the elbow. Olynyk. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
Josh Richardson with an athletic play at the rim. It's all about making sure you get a quality look, and that's one.
Dragic with a wide open look. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
Now here is Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. The pass to Neto. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Poke loose. Hero passes to Iguodala. They get it back. The feed to Olynyk. Tries again. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Heat lead by 1.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Neto, the pass to Harris. And here is Horford. He's covered by Iguodala. Harris dishes to Horford. Back to Harris. And it's going to be a goaltending call here. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, each bucket so critical.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Let's go now to the sidelines. Catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
And it's sent back by Horford. And they'll keep possession.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Embiid kicks to Harris. Passes to Milton. To the middle. It's tipped. At the elbow, Horford. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Nunn laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Nunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. It's in!
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now here is Horford. Embiid kicks to Richardson. Dishes it to Horford. It's hauled in by the Heat.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
On deep, Neto. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K.
Up next, the Cavaliers taking on the Heat. For the
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you, sports fans. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point. Here's Adebayo. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with the loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Outside Butler. Out to the right wing. Robinson finds Butler. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Beyond the arc. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
At the elbow, it's Drummond. And Jones pulls it down. The Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time. Going into the playoffs, teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Garland, and he drops it in from the low post.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure. His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Outside, Robinson passes it to Nunn. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Here's Love, who's back up. And Cleveland turns it over again.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Andre Drummond. He's putting up about 17 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
There's the pass to Nunn. Crowder against Love. Pulls it from the elbow. Jump shot is good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 4-point game. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Pass to Hero. Here's Nunn. Outside Butler. Here's Nunn. His last outing, he had 18 points. Over Drummond, and it's sent back by Drummond. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So both teams changing it up here. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Nance dishes to Garland. Porter passes to Garland. Porter kicks to Garland. Here's Windler. Pass to Porter. Lets the three fly. Crowder pulls it in. The Heat have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Dragic. Pass to Hero. The pass to Olynyk to the wing right side. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Now, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it...
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the 2nd quarter of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Silva in at the 3, the small forward. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the 2nd quarter. Cavaliers leading, and now the Cavaliers. Pass break, and finished off by Porter.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
It's deflected. Olynyk the pass to Dragic. Buries it from 3-point range. Dragic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he did not think twice. Firing away, Dragic knocks down and sinks the 3 ball.
And Thompson throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. It's Iguodala with the drive. Passes it to Silva. And here is Iguodala. Over Porter. The putback. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And it's Dragic with the rebound. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Iguodala. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Osman comes in for Porter. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. None, that's good.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Down low, here's Nance. Nice move, and Nance slams it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Nunn, defended by Sexton. Outside Butler, pass to Nunn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Is on Colin Sexton.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Jay Crowder's checked in for Myers Leonard. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Love kicks to Sexton. Back to Love. He dishes it to Drummond. Here's Windler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Sexton. He's averaging 20 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
1:12 left in the first half. That one goes. Counted.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Heat have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Left side Butler. The kick out to Crowder. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Crowder's got 5 points so far.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Windler, the pass to Osman. Pass to Sexton. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Nunn. Here's Hero. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go
And
in.
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Cavaliers trailing. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. The shot's good from Love.
That's a huge part of Love's game right now. A catch-and-shoot player. He has great confidence in that shot.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. The lead is 2. It's stolen by Adebayo. Shoots it. On the basket by Jones. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And the pass to Drummond. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Sexton. Second chance shot. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closely. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 6 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Passes it to Nunn. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside, Robinson. 5 to shoot. Butler dishes to Jones. Again, the miss by Jones.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Nunn. 6 points for him. Count that one. He's got 8. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Jones finds Adebayo. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Almost, but it rolls out. Love the pass to Drummond. Garland with it. Robinson picks him up. Jones against Love, and the shot is good. Love's got 5 now. 1:31 left to play here in the third. Miami trailing. Here's Nunn. He's got 8. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Sexton, and he banks in the layup. Sexton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
Sexton getting right through the defense and putting that speed to work.
Here's Butler, and it's sent back by Drummond. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Lays it up off the glass. Garland's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Nunn. They get it back, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
To the paint. It's stolen by Adebayo. Outside Butler to the inside. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead, and it's Love penetrating. It's hauled in by the Heat. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's foul number 2 for him, and a new group in for the Heat. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A 3 from Leonard drills the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 1.
It's been a progression. Over the first couple seasons, less than 10% of Leonard's shots were from behind the arc. Now that number is creeping up to 40 or 50%.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 1. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. Oh!
Yeah. So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
The Heat shooting 40% from the field. Pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. Olynyk trying to break loose. Good on the bucket. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
On the wing, Nance. Count it. Good.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Hero. Kicks to Dragic. Pass to Silva. Over Thompson. Pocket 6. Olynyk. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Miami making a change here. That free throw good from Thompson.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Here's Dragic from outside, and the Heat, another 3.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy of earning all the MVP votes.
Well, we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
And there's the pass to Crowder. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 1.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
From deep three-point range, Hero no good. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Good on the shot.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And Thompson sends it back. Here's Windler. Defended by Crowder. Windler, the pass to Thompson. On the wing, Porter. And it's blocked. And Thompson kicks to Garland. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
The Heat making a switch here. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Derek Jones comes in for Jay Crowder. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Hero. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Love goes in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You got to get there a little bit quicker to clog up the lane, because once Kevin Love sees that gap, he can make his way in there.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Robinson for 3, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Oh, big 3 right there. I mean, I've got to say, defensive breakdown, no doubt. They've got to have a bigger man on him.
Garland dishes to Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. In the corner, it's Robinson. On the wing, Jones. And Butler, here we go. Here's Dragic from outside. The shot will not fall. And Cleveland the other way now. And they're moving it up. Here's Sexton. It's good!
You remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside Dragic. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It falls.
Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big hoop there.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Outside Dragic. Dragic with another miss.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Cleveland moving it around. Garland the pass to Sexton. Second shot opportunity. Here's Osman. Missed.
And I love what Butler gives his team on the defensive end.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.